In the hallowed grounds of Bagnerdia, probably the most iconic bag, or at least one of the most iconic bags, is the GORUCK GR1, which is this bag. This bag would be like the main character in any video game. It's a main character, a leading man as it were, or a leading woman, a femme fatale. It's all of those things in one. In this particular video, which is gonna be a long one, so get your popcorn, get your chips, get your pizza, get your beer, whatever you need, maybe your coffee because it's probably the morning for you. It's not gonna be for the faint of heart, but I'm gonna call this video Side Quest Sacks. Now, if you're a gamer like me, side quests are often as much fun or even more fun than the main quest. You get where I'm going with this. So let's just chat about it. So yeah. So again, this is the GR1, as I mentioned, and my stuff is currently packed into it, and I love this bag. This is a great bag. It's an icon for a reason. But in this video, I'm going to talk about 6, 7, maybe 7, I can't remember how many, bags that are not so iconic and you might not even have heard of any of them, or many of them. Or if you have, probably just in passing. So I think this might be a fun one for some of you. This is not to say that any of the bags in this video are cheap, or easy to find, or low quality. They're not. They're none of those things. I mean, they could be cheap, I suppose, in some cases, but there are bags that are made in the USA in this list. There are bags, you know, that are super high quality and that are every bit as good as this in a lot of ways. The thing about it is, in this world of bags, there are so many bags that don't get much talk. And when I looked at my bag wall, yes, I have a bag wall, I noticed lots of them. So I thought it would be good to do a kind of a video series based on side quest sacks. So going forward, this is probably only gonna be like 1 or 2 bags per video, but in this particular video, it's gonna be 6. Now, if you have any bags that you wanna recommend, I said 6, it's probably 7, 8, I don't know. If you have a bag that you wanna recommend for this, feel free to recommend it. Anyway, I'm gonna get this off the table and we're gonna let the games begin. The first bag we're going to talk about is one that has actually been on my channel before if you go way back, and it's actually one of my favorite bags. It is the Ona Clifton in this multicam, which is kind of like woodland. It is a beautifully made, beautifully crafted backpack. Now, as this video goes on, I'm not gonna like pack into these bags every single one of them. If there's one bag in particular that strikes your fancy, let me know and maybe I will get a pack out video done about it, or I will do something to appease your lust. Now, this bag in particular is made of a kind of waxed canvas on the outside here, and it has these beautiful leather accents. Like, look at that beautiful leather. I have used this bag quite a lot, as you can see. It was my favorite bag for a very long time, especially for work in Korea. This is no problem at all, especially considering the way the bag looks in general. The bag is very simple. It's a camera bag, and I'll show you how and why in a second. Now, this bag can be bought for a decent price online. I think it's around $400 for like right from their site, but you can find sales and stuff on it. The bag itself is made in the Dominican Republic. I don't know what the reason for that is. There are a couple of gripes I have about it. Let's just start with the back here. These straps are very nice. They have this lovely leather and brass, and the hardware is all brass. This webbing here is very nice. It feels like seatbelt webbing. The mesh, which I thought was kind of chintzy when I first got the bag because I didn't know any better, and I've used it forever and ever, and it has not pilled even once. The straps are reinforced by another piece of leather up here, which is very nice. I've never had a problem with them. They are great. Top handle is very basic, but it's like just got that nice look. The bag stands perfectly fine on its own, and yeah, the leather extends all the way down to the bottom, as I showed you. The zippers in this bag are not YKK, ironically. They are something called like unsomething zip, I don't know. They are very smooth and they are brass. There are nice pulls You can see the pulls there, also made of leather. And this front, there's just like a very simple thumb pocket. Now, what I do love about this bag is they use a liner everywhere. So there's a very nice, like really nice feeling, almost like ballistic nylon Cordura lining. I don't know what it actually is, but it feels really good. The zipper is very smooth. Now it does zip all the way over to the edge if you can manage to get past the leather here, and then that keeps the pocket like really wide open. But what I tend to do is just kind of go across the front, use this for like a kind of quick stash dump pocket. There are water bottles on this there are water bottle pockets on the side. While they are pleated, they are completely useless because this top part is just too tight. Now, if you can manage to get a water bottle in there, it works okay, I suppose, but not something I would, you know, I don't know if I would be like excited about that. So I've got a receipt in there from like 10 years ago. Let's get inside the bag since I don't want these videos to be 8 years long. The zipper is very smooth here on the front. Like, it's helped by this kind of rounded shape, I suppose. It's not protected at all, but there is a lip on this waxed canvas that is nice. The bag opens about this much. Now you can start to see with camera-ishness. I'll show you that in a second. The bag is very simple on the inside. There's that very nice lining everywhere. Everything is finished beautifully. There is a nice Ona logo in leather there. And there's a laptop sleeve that is slightly raised up off the bottom. And that's good enough for a 13-inch laptop as far as I know. I've tried a bigger one. It does not fit. So that's it. Ona Clifton. Now, the star of the Ona Clifton show are these beautiful camera cubes if you have a small camera. They are really nice. I don't know why suddenly they use really nice YKK zippers on these guys. I use this particular one as my only camera cube for a very long time, no matter what bag I was using. It fits perfectly well in a GR1. It fits all kinds of cameras. It's very thin, so if you got something like a Leica, it works good. If you have something a bit thicker, then that's where this top guy comes in, because this one is like the DSLR one. Now this is a strange shape, but the good thing about this is that top circle fits very well in the top of a lot of bags. Like, if you look, what you can do with this camera cube is it fits like perfectly in almost every top of every bag, because this horseshoe thing is a very normal shape for the top of most bags. So what I'd say is, if you can find one used, or you can find one new even, like for a good price, it's almost worth it just for the camera cubes if you're a photography guy, because they are some of the best in the business, and you get a lovely bag at the same time. So there's the Ona Clifton. So this next one is a very big and different kind of bag. This is the Greenroom 136, made in Malaysia. These guys are famous for making slings and also famous for making a backpack called the Rainmaker. This one's called the Genesis, completely different vibe. Now it's in this green, which I don't see very well because I'm red-green colorblind, but you'll have to take my word for it. I believe it's green, unless Bobby, who sent it to me, is trolling me, which is perfectly possible if you knew Bobby. The bag is very well made. It's very strappy. It's got a lot going on. You can see it's Cordura branded. There you go. Made in Malaysia, as I mentioned. These guys make very high quality bags. Everything works very well. There's a nice sternum strap here. One thing I don't like about these Greenroom 136 bags is that the sternum strap tends to not be very like, it's like, I don't know, it doesn't have a, it's like a bit, I don't know. I want it to be a bit more, anyway. There are compression straps on the side here. It's a bit of a moofy bag. Like, I wish it had load lifters up here. It would be nice considering the size of the bag, but the straps themselves are quite comfortable. The mesh back here actually feels very similar to the mesh on that last bag. There is a decent top handle here, which is okay-ish. And then there's this other kind of hanger thing. Bag nerds will know, this is to keep your bag hanging in your bag room. And compression straps on the side. Really nice water bottle pockets here, like they are huge. The bag does stand up on its own. There's nothing in it right now, but it's still okay. And yeah, there is a pocket up here on the front, which you can zip down. This bag has so many pockets, it's unbelievable. Nothing in there aside from a D-ring up on the top, but overall nice, all YKK zippers. There is a secret pocket back here on the back that kind of goes like the whole way across the bag. It's good for a passport or something like that. It's a kind of roll, this is not a roll top, but you get the point. Now this is the first gripe I have about this bag. I don't really think you need this. Like, you could just buckle it, you know, or like a little bit smaller. It's a little, I don't know, too much. But that's okay. This bag has so many pockets, as I mentioned. There are YKK zips here across the front. So let's get into it. There's one here, which is just a pocket. This is something I wish Mission Workshop would do. It's a bit of a Mission Workshop-esque bag, but one thing I wish Mission Workshop would do would be to have like independent pockets that have a little bit of their own space. Now this bag doesn't do that really well, but it does it better than most Mission Workshop bags do. There's another one down here, just a dump pocket, nothing else in there. There's another pocket, like basically the bag has a liner and there are pockets all the way around the liner, like here and here and here. So you could put like something long and flat in there, like like a magazine. You could put a magazine in there for my magazine bros. And there are, for some reason I feel like my magazine bros, they want something like long and narrow for their bag, for their magazine pockets. So maybe this is what would work better, I don't know. Yeah, but these are like, could be for water bottles. Inside the bag is kind of a cavernous hole. It's gonna be very hard to show you, but there is some organization over here on the side. Let's see if I can get a good angle of that. It's like a couple of pockets here and then a zippered guy. And then weirdly, there's another like secret one on the side here, which I can't even get to. It's just so many pockets, probably unnecessary, probably adds to the weight. There is a removable laptop sleeve, which is good for even a 16-inch laptop, which is nice. Overall, I think, from my perspective, this is one of those bags that's actually very nice to use and feels very good. And it's a bit big, but it's just a nice bag. It's a nice bag. And ironically, I was expecting my wife to say it was ugly, and she was like, "Oh, it's quite nice." So there's that. I'm gonna use. I have actually used this one a bit as a diaper bag. So it's a nice bag. It really is. So we're getting a little bit more highfalutin here. Although I guess you could say, "Oh, I need to." Let's get some of that off. This is the Defy Bucktown, made in the USA, a very, very well-made bag, and honestly, one of the better design bags I've used, I think. I very, very much like the layout of this bag. Wish the zipper was here. For you right shoulder slingers, you'll know that this side means you kind of got a left sling, which is a bit annoying, but you get used to it, I suppose. The bag itself is very simple in a lot of ways. It has these straps. Probably the thing I dislike the most about this bag are these straps. They are not very comfortable to use. They're okay at best. They don't really have any padding. It's just like a lot of webbing kind of wrapped and wrapped and wrapped. It's okay. I would say it's okay. They use this really intense metal hardware here. This really intense metal hardware on these things, which is fine. They don't go anywhere once you get them done. It has a top handle made of the same material. This one is a waxed canvas. It probably needs to be re-waxed now because this is a well-used bag, but overall, a beautiful bag. Now it has bottle pockets, which are much more usable than the ones on that Clifton we saw earlier. There are metal D-rings. This bag is just like meant to be such an intense feeling product. It feels very intense, like Bruce Wayne as a bag. It stands very well on its own if there's something in it. Obviously it doesn't do too much. The bottom is padded. The build quality is great. I love these shiny AquaGuard zippers. One of my favorite things in bags. This front pocket just kind of covers this little area here. Good for just stashing your stuff. There's like a kind of a clamshell pocket here. It's a number 10 YKK AquaGuard zipper there. This pocket has a bit of its own volume, has some organization, 1, 2, and then a couple of pen pockets, and then this D-ring guy here where you can, or clamp thing, I don't know, where you can put your keys. These zippers are, even though this bag has been used a lot, they are still very, very, very stiff. Like, very stiff. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're gonna use this bag, you're gonna wanna use it a lot. The main compartment, same exact zipper on this main compartment, and it opens up like this. Tons of room in this bag. It's a 25-liter bag. I kind of like it when the organization panel's over here on top of the laptop. There are two big slip pockets here. One zippered pocket with this very cool kind of teethy YKK zipper. See that? And then a laptop sleeve, which is actually raised up off the bottom quite a bit, and it fits large laptops, no problem at all. The back is padded, but there is no frame sheet, so it's definitely a floppy guy. That being said, this is a very lovely bag, and one that I really like using. It works well as a diaper bag even because of the pockets. Zippers are a little bit hard to get into. I think it's one of the classier, cooler looking bags I own. Has a very cool silhouette from the side. Just an overall nice bag. I think it's like 280 bucks or so on their website. Three more, we got three more. This one is one that's probably the most, I guess, well-known bag in this video. This is the Topo Designs Core Pack. This bag is gonna get its own video because I like it so much. Like really, I think this is like one of the most underrated bags in all of bags. It might not be the look everybody would love. It's a 25-liter bag that acts like a 30-liter bag sometimes. It has a very like kind of basic silhouette. It's well made. It's made in Vietnam, not made in the USA like some Topo stuff. It's got nice enough straps. It's got a good enough handle. It's got some load lifters there, which I very much appreciate. It's got an okay laptop sleeve. Like anyway, we'll get into it basically. So. The only thing I don't really like about this bag is that it can look a bit like big for me, but I'm okay with that. It's just a nitpicky thing. I don't really like these kind of flappy things down here. I don't know if I would ever use them. I don't bring my ice picks around very often. But aside from that, this bag is great. It has this yellow liner in here. It's on the right side, so for right shoulder slingers, that's great. It has a meshed pocket up here with some loops on top of them where you can put your keys. It's got another zippered pocket down here. Both of these zippered pockets, one is mesh, the mesh one, they both go all the way across, and then it has its own space that comes to here, this pocket. This pocket ends up being like very usable no matter what you're doing, I find. And there is a little key ring down there, so I put my keys in there from time to time. Zippers are all YKK, they are number 8s, and then a big number 10 here and a big number 10 on this laptop compartment. Now the main compartment is a full clamshell, which is the first one in this video if you don't include the GR1. If you don't include the GR1, there's nothing on the inside of this bag. So you're basically like just using it as a whole. That makes it work very well for minimal travel. Big shout out to my boy Alex who gave me this bag. Alex, you are the best. Something cool coming your way. So we had a slight technical difficulty there. Ran out of memory in the memory card. That's what happens when you make gigantic videos and don't delete your card. So just to get into the rest of this bag, the Topo, there are two wonderful water bottle pockets, probably the best water bottle pockets I've ever seen in a bag. They have this stretchy thing on the back that seems like it will last a long time. They are cavernous. You can put all kinds of stuff in there. It just works great. This bag is 1000D Cordura. I don't know if it's actually Cordura. It says nylon on their website. Feels like Cordura. It feels really light considering that fact. One thing I didn't mention is this yellow liner is 210D. Feels good enough. It's kind of pack cloth. I would, you know, if it was a bit heavier maybe, but I don't think it's necessary. This bag doesn't have anything that's not necessary. There is a very small stash pocket here, which is great for like your keys and that kind of stuff, if that's what you want. Maybe your headphones, maybe a wallet. And then there is a laptop compartment, kind of. Basically, there's this open guy here, which goes all the way down to the bottom. Then there's this little sleeve thing, no protection in the sleeve, but it is raised, like, not really raised. But if you stick your laptop in a sleeve itself, I would recommend a laptop sleeve too. Padded on both sides here, so your laptop is like fairly well protected. Huge number 10 YKK zipper back here, which is great. There's a rain flap over it, so that should be good for you. And yeah, this bag is the best standing bag I've ever seen, like literally. There is no situation in which this bag will not stand. I mean, like it's just too good. There's nothing inside it right now. Yeah, this bag is amazing, and like I said, I'm gonna have a full video about this bag because I just think it's that good. It needs, you can't even buy it anymore. That's why it's in this video. But man, I don't know why they ditched it because it's just such a good product. It really is one of the best bags, really. You just saw this one make an appearance, and this one also is going to have its own video. But I figured it was Friday, which means something to people who know what this bag is. This is the Dan Matsuda Article 31, and Dan Matsuda is a bag maker, soft goods designer, just designer in general that hand makes bags in Portland, Oregon, I believe at the moment. And he was a designer for Triple Lot Design, if you know those guys. He did some things like the Parallax Messenger, some of their accessories, the Lightspeed EDC, or sorry, the Fastpack Lightspeed, Fastpack EDC, those bags, they were his design. Now this is his backpack, like made by him. This bag is super simple. It has a grab handle up here. This is not stock, so the normal grab handle would look something like this. So it's just this guy right here. This comes from a Dispatch Day Pack, but it works great. The bag has a unique shape. It's a bit turtle shelly, I guess you could say. But what I found is there's normally a frame sheet. I took the frame sheet out, and then it tends to stand up on its own because this part sort of like moves up. And it's got a comfortable back panel, as you can see. Straps are very long considering the size of the bag, but they are really comfortable. There's a sternum strap. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about this bag because it's probably almost impossible to find it, but you never know. It's in multicam black here, which is 500D. It's got this 1000D wolf gray here on the side. The main, it has this kind of like opener on the front here. It's an 18-liter bag that feels, it fits 18 liters worth of stuff, but I mean, you're just like super basic. So it has this one quick access up on the front here, just an open pocket. You put like a water bottle or something. A nice yellow liner. The zippers are the smoothest I've ever seen in a bag. I don't believe they're YKK, but they are very smooth, and I love these zipper pulls. So it's like shrink wrap with this plastic thing and some paracord, just really simple but nice. Main compartment is not a clamshell, so it opens up something like this. And the inside is very simple, just like the rest of this bag. Nothing really going on down here, just an open space. There is this kind of elastic thing here, and this is where you can put your laptop, so you basically just have your laptop up against the back here. There's normally a frame sheet back here, which I forgot to put back in. The frame sheet, I believe, is in my office. The frame sheet goes behind this thing. You could actually put your laptop in this sleeve too if you wanted to. I have done that. There's a big Velcro guy here. You can see the Matsuda tag, which is, it's just a beautiful thing. It's like something like, if you're an ultimate bag nerd, it's something you really like would want to own. If you're not, this thing costs $350 new. I don't know what they cost used, but all I can say is this is probably not one you want to tell your significant other about. I don't think they will understand. But it's a beautiful thing. Matsuda Article 31. Whew, the video is long. Are you still with me, folks? Are you still with me? I am tired, but that's okay because we're gonna soldier on. There is one more bag. Let's talk about it. So this is one of the most interesting bags I've ever had come across this table. It's the Chrome Moto Barrage, which is a bag that's made in the USA. Chrome does not make many bags in the USA anymore. Most of their bags are made in China. Chrome is a kind of bicycle accessory manufacturer based in San Francisco. You can see there's their logo and this like tarpaulin leather filling stuff on the bottom here. They used to be known for being like the highest quality of bags. I don't believe that's the case anymore as much. I think they still make nice products, but I don't think it's the same kind of deal as they used to be. The bag itself, I don't even know what this material is called, but it is the most intense feeling stuff I've ever seen. It's just this like really, this bag feels like it's ready for like the future. like, oof, like just give me the future. It's a roll top backpack, as you can see. As I mentioned, it was made in the USA. You can see here it says American made on the back there. The back panel is decently comfortable. It has some air channeling, which is the first thing you will see on any of the bags here. Some air channeling there. There is a very cool sternum strap. Look at this. Seatbelt. Oof. Like that. So you got this seatbelty thing and it just kind of goes like whoop. And that is very cool. The straps themselves feel very comfortable. There is a like this Velcro thing here, so you can attach some accessories related to Velcro if you want. There's this kind of like yoke system thing here, which makes the bag quite comfortable to carry. It also makes it feel a bit low, so the bag kind of hangs down like something like that, like this. So you end up with this look. I know that kind of thing bothers some people. It does not bother me particularly. The sides of the bag have compression straps, which have a very satisfying click. Oof. Some bags just fell off the table. There are water bottle pockets down here with drain holes in case they get wet. So basically the reason for these drain holes is like if it's raining, water collects in these pockets obviously, so it's good to have it drain out. There's a bottle pocket there, another one on the other side. You can compress this bag down to basically nothing if you want to, or you can leave it moofed out as like it can be something like that. And then obviously with the roll top, you can extend what you're carrying. Now, the party trick of this bag is this front panel. So there's this kind of Velcro-y guy here, and then there's this rip-down front panel, which has AquaGuard YKK zippers on both sides, but like, this is like a mechanic's dream. Like, look at this thing. Can you see that? Look at all that organization there. So you can have like your, I don't know, like, this is not a tool, but this is what happened to be right next to me. You can like have like your scissors sticking in there. You could have like your whiteout, just like, I know this is sticking in there. There's some big ones, small ones. They're all different sizes everywhere. It's like almost completely random, but very cool. And then on the bottom here, there are two like slip pockets. One is about twice the size of the other. You can put something like a phone if you wanted to, like that in there. It fits fine. Basically this is meant to have like your bicycle repair kit, I believe, but it could be used for other things. I had dongles and stuff in there. And then there is a sleeve back here, which is raised up off the bottom and about the size of a 12-inch iPad. And this stuff is quite soft, so your iPad could fit easily in this front sleeve. Very cool design. I very much like it. And I like, even though that they're AquaGuard, you can still rip them open. Normally that is not the case. Very good stuff. There is a normal-ish grab handle, which is okay. And then this very big branded chrome buckle, which has a very satisfying click. And then there is the roll top, which we'll get into in a second. Now there's a zipper here, and you might get excited thinking it's a quick access. It is not. Basically, this allows you to take out the liner, something like from here, and then you can clean it, I believe. I mean, you also could separate, like say if you go to the beach, you can put your dirty stuff in this outside part, and then the liner, which is waterproof, would be, you know, safe. So you could separate those things. I think that's quite cool, actually. And I mean, it would have been cool as like a quick access, I suppose. They could have had one here, but because of this, what I tend to do with this bag is sling it and then get into this part here, which is perfectly fine for me. And inside here, which is probably going to be near on impossible to say, there is nothing aside from a very nice padded, not really particularly padded, but there's like a laptop sleeve down there. I don't know if you can see that. And it is definitely floating and raised up off the bottom, and otherwise it's just a cavernous maw. Now compared to a lot of Mission Workshop bags, there's a lot of space in this, so larger cubes do fit perfectly fine. What you could do is basically you could roll it and have stuff up to there, or you could just have it in like daily carry mode, something like this. It's not a fussy roll top. So while roll tops tend to be fussy, this one is not that. I think like for the right person, this might be like the bag. Like the bag you should own for the right person. It is, and it just looks really cool. We're back at the main quest, and while the main quest is a lovely, lovely thing, all those side quests we just finished were every bit as fun. So stay tuned for more of this, because I think it's an interesting topic and someone that I want to explore more of. If you have any questions about any of the bags in the video, feel free to let me know. If you have if any of them are the type of bag you'd love to see a full review on, let me know that too. I will do it, or a pack out video, or any suggestions. I'm always very happy to talk about. So let's